The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Mounties under the lights on Sunday night.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Mounties of Canton. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. Here we go. Here in the wild card round. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football. Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Throwing is McCarthy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will. Now McCarthy. Buying time to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. To the air with McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's McCarthy.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And bulldozing his way through. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it. Every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Mounties are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. McCarthy operating from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
J.J. McCarthy.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Mounties have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Flushed out right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the Titans who get the win at home. The Titans are able to finish strong, and they are a top contender for a Super Bowl title as they wind up at 14-3 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Bengals offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, look at the juke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw here.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he's taken down inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Looking to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
To the air again, McCarthy.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Canton offense takes over once again.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent.
Kayvon Thibodeau
Charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just.
Tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Mounties offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now back to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A beautiful finds through, and now a crease. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's
scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going
a bit, right? But now, people continue to excel.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Sheds off the tackle.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.